Welcome back to MCPconnects. Today we're in Los Angeles to talk with KTJ and Carly. They tell us a little of their music history and influence, and they talk about music as hope and life. They also perform and dedicate a beautiful original song to our rock stars and hospitals around the world.
Skipping town, I wonder if I'll ever see them around. Not pick up a hello, just keep living with a glass half full. Never know what's coming next, where we gonna end up, yeah.
Joining us from Los Angeles, California, KTJ and Carly. Hi guys, how are you?
Great. How
Good.
are you?
Doing well, doing well, all things considered. These are some kind of crazy times, not your normal July, not your normal March or April for that matter.
Yeah.
How has the experience been for you guys? How have the last couple of months been, and what's been the effect?
It's been good. It's been difficult and good at the same time. There's a lot of things that we aren't able to do as artists that have been a little bit challenging. Performing live, being able to.
It's definitely been a period of growth,
yeah,
for sure.
We've been able to write a lot, which is
yeah.
really nice, and we've written over I want to say 25 songs in the past month just alone. A lot of people are having a hard time being inspired during this time, but I think for us, we just feel like with everything happening,
inspiration everywhere.
Yeah, that's been nice. I mean, I think the way that we've been kind of coping over the past few months has been writing music and using music as an outlet. So
Speak to the creativity side, because we've had a lot of artists say that it seems like such a good time to create, but that they just haven't been feeling it. So what's been inspiring you?
I think a lot of things that is inspiring us have been, stuff that we see on the news. Right now, social media has been huge right now just because everyone is at home. And so a lot of people are using that to communicate. And, we're seeing new things on that every day. But,
just the idea of people standing up for what they believe in and hope and love and growth. And I think those things in itself are absolutely inspiring to, spread those things to others, and it's just a great thing. So
I think that usually when we're inspired by so many different things, as far as before when this wasn't everything wasn't going crazy, because really to us music is a representation of life in a way, and we see it as kind of like a story. That's how we write a lot of our music, is we see it as a storyline in a way. And there's so many things around us. There's objects, there's people, there's feelings and different things that have their own stories to that if you just look for it. And so I think that, looking for those kinds of things within stuff that you wouldn't think of, like maybe a piano or, a house or something, that you wouldn't think of, that would inspire you. I think it's interesting to kind of find things that are unexpected,
So for you guys, I'm curious, what is, do you have a powerful music memory or a time where music really connected with you that inspired you to become musicians and to write and to be able to deliver those messages?
So for me, I think just any live performance that we've ever done, just seeing how music brings people together and how a certain lyric or a melody can really change their perspective and help them through hard times or help them through good times. It's just so, and it, myself included, music has helped me through lots of times, and I just think that's what keeps us going, is seeing how much it brings people joy and how it brings people together. So
yeah. And for me, a particular memory, a music memory that has really stuck with us both, I think, is when we were little, our dad used to play guitar and sing with us when we were really young, and I think that really kind of sparked our love for music in a way. He doesn't, he's not a musician full time, that's not what he does for a living, but it's something that he has had with him his whole life. And I think that's really special in a way. And, you know, you don't have to fully pursue it to have music in your life, you know, it's something that's always there. And I think that's really special. And I think that really, it's really important to know that, because, you know, no matter what, it's always there. And I don't think that the world would be how it is without music. And I just think that.
Yes, I totally agree. So what is there, have you found that with your music and when you perform that there's the music, right, kind of as its own level of something you're offering, but as you perform, do you have kind of a specific mindset that you go into performance? Because just when you said that right there, right, that music connected with love is super powerful. We've seen, as we work with artists, and the artists play their normal show to their normal crowd, but they take a minute during a show to recognize kids that are in the hospital and send them a specific shout out or dedicate a song, and then all of a sudden the whole crowd gets this sense of, oh my gosh, this is so much more than music. This is an exchange. This is it's reaching out intentionally in compassion and making a difference. Have you seen that in your lives and in your music journeys?
Definitely. I mean, all the live performances that we've done, it's a different experience every time, and there's different people there every time. So, like we said before, everybody has a different reaction to every single song and every single performance, I guess. And so, but every time there's something beautiful that happens when, you sing in front of someone and they're hearing it, and then, they give interactions back, and it's very much like, it's almost like we're having a conversation in a way, and we're talking about really,
about life,
about deep stuff. I mean, yeah, pretty much. And, it's really fascinating to see that happening in a live performance, and it's something that we really miss.
Yes, I'm sure you do. Do you find you're still connecting with people? Are you doing live streams and that kind of thing? And is there still a sense of connection, or does it feel?
No, there is
a
little
bit. There is.
Just because, like on Instagram, on the lives, people can comment on them. It's not the same though as
it's
like
face
seeing
to
their
face,
But there is a little bit of that still, and I think that artists are finding their way around that and trying to still keep that same feeling, but. There's nothing like, performing live.
Yeah, being in a room with people. Well, and I think we all are very excited for that to return, As you guys are passing through Seattle, we would love to team up with you guys and work to support kids in hospitals and, continue this relationship would be awesome. So I'm curious. You guys you were inspired by your dad and that kind of connection and that emotion that it created, but then I'm sure obviously you have a ton of your own independent music experiences as you've grown up. Can you wrap what music means to you up in one word? And it's got to be one word between the two of you, so that's even harder.
Oh, between the two of us? Okay.
Well, okay, we can bend that rule. You can do one each.
Okay.
I would say hope.
You first.
I would say hope. Yeah. Simple as that. I mean, it's a refuge. It brings people peace and love, and all that surrounds hope and looking forward to better times and happiness and joy and just loving life. So that was not one word. I'm sorry.
But it was all of those things encompassed.
It was all
in
wrong
one word,
words.
which is
Okay, I was gonna say love, but I think I'm gonna change it to life, because life is love and hope and all of that thing and all those things. And like I was saying earlier, music is kind of the story of life, like the stories of life, Yeah. So yeah, I would have to say life.
Life. I love it. Life and hope, two incredible things that we can, kind of cling to and be excited about, getting back to our life with hope and all of the other things you said. I loved refuge. I thought that was great as well, right? Because we've seen music be that, just a place where these kids and these families can almost crawl into and get this they get, I don't know, just a renewed sense of hope and energy and ability to fight for their own health and their own life, you know? So
Yeah, and I think,
100%,
and I
yes.
think that something about music is that, you know, you hear a song and it's almost like if it's a comforting thing to hear a song that you need in a way. If someone needs a song that speaks something to them on a personal level, it's almost like they have somebody listening to them and they have someone who understands them. And I think that's why music is such a refuge, is because, you know, it's hard to find those certain people in life that, you know, can really understand what people are going through. But then sometimes, you know, they'll hear a song and it's just immediately like, oh, this song gets me, you know?
Yeah, I think that's really powerful for sure. And one of the reasons music is, it's a magical, almost miraculous connection that can be made. It's incredible. So speaking of connection and offering hope, do you guys have a song that you would like to dedicate to kids that are watching and to some hospitals?
Yes, we would like to dedicate this song called Don't Think About It to some of our rock stars, Faith and Katalaya from Minnesota, and Carly, love the name, from Kansas, and Princess Lexy from Oregon. And then we would like to dedicate it to Seacrest Studios and Advent Health Tampa, Sydney's Children, and Monmouth Medical from New Jersey, and George Marks Children's from California. We love you guys, and this song called Don't Think About It is for y'all.
Can't wait to hear it.
The fairy tales were bittersweet, and happy ever after was celebrating. Unrealistic, would they be worth repeating? What if cool Prince Charming never got out of bed? Afraid to take his chances, unmotivated, incarcerated by his insecurities. Yeah, don't think about it. Don't think about it. When matters of the heart's at end, can't think about it. Hey, it's a my world out there. Just go for it, baby. Nobody's gonna care. It's a my world out there. Just live in the moment like nobody's gonna care. Don't think about it. Caution to the wind. Don't think about what your family or your friends gon' think about you. Just give me your hit. Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Don't think about it. Caution to the wind. Don't think about what your family or your friends gon' think about you. Just give me your kiss and float on, babe. Float on, babe. If Romeo just let it go and walked away, afraid of what they all say. If Cleopatra knew no disaster, would we have songs to sing? Yeah, don't think about it. Don't think about it. When matters of the heart's at hand, can't think about it. It's a my world out there. Just go for it, baby. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care. It's a my world out there. Just live in the moment. Nobody's gonna care. Don't think about it.
Caution to the wind, don't think about what your family or your friends gon' think about this. Just give me your kiss and float on, babe. Float on, baby.
Yes! Beautiful. Guys, thank you so much. That was fantastic.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. Are there any final words that you would like to leave with the world before we close?
Yes, just live in the moment and love it.
Yeah, live in the moment and love it, and make sure that you, music is a wonderful place, and live in the moment.
Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're a musician and would like to join us in supporting hospitalized kids, email us at rockstar@melodiccaring.org. I'm Levi Ware, and this is the Melodic Caring Project.